at that. That takes a lot of precise timing.
Yeah, sure. His coach's heart was in his throat for a second. But now he's got a big smile. And I like how versatile he is on offense. Capable of burning defenses in so many ways.
Here's Jordan. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
A testament to his superior strength. I like watching Jordan muscle through contact and finish.
Danny Ainge is checked in for the Trailblazers. Pass to Ainge. Puts up a three. Bill Cartwright grabs the rebound. Cartwright's got 8 rebounds in this game. From deep, Jordan gets the three-pointer before. Jordan's got 58.
Coming out halftime, they're on an absolute tear.
And I don't know what was said in that locker room, but it's working.
Kicks it to Ainge. From the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Cartwright's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The shot's good from Jordan.
He gets aggressive and gets through.
And the matchup between Jordan and Drexler. Mike is not going how the Blazers wanted it to.
This could be a long series for Drexler. Jordan's not one to let up.
So Chicago.
Your Bulls, 66.
Welcome back as we get set for the fourth quarter action here in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Portland and Chicago both trying to jump out to an early lead in this series.
And guys, I don't think there's a better crowd in sports than this Bulls crowd. They can make it deafening in here.
They've got John Paxson. Grant is out there with Cartwright. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Pippen in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Pass to Abdelnaby. Unloads from 13. Paxson pulls it in. Paxson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And when you've got a crowd this enthusiastic for a player as exciting as Michael Jordan, that is a pretty potent. Combination.
Combustible is a word that comes to mind. Really a match made in heaven. I mean, MJ feeds off of that energy of the crowd. And when he needs a boost, they give it to him. And vice versa.
All right, let's go to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Bulls had a hard road to these finals. They played a tough 7-game series against the Knicks in the second round and then had to play 6 games with Cleveland. The Blazers, on the other hand, cruised through the first 2 rounds before dispatching the Jazz in 6 to reach the finals. We'll see if fatigue becomes a factor as this series plays out. Back to you guys.
Usually is a factor some way. David, thank you for the report. Mike, is there a chance the Bulls begin to wear down at some point in this series?
Let's face it, they're tired. Every starter except Jordan is scoring below his regular season average. But the Bulls are a tough, proven champion. They'll find the energy when they need to.
And Jordan's three-point output has been a huge story once again here tonight.
And that's not usually where he makes his mark. If he continues to pour it in from long range the next few games, the Blazers will have their hands full.
Absolutely. And it continues to be a battle for Porter against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, he can't get any traction.
Well, Chicago's defense has been a real Rubik's Cube for him. He just can't seem to solve it. The Blazers are going to have to do a little bit more to try to get him some easier looks.
Robinson kicks to Ainge. Knocks it loose. Motley passes to Abdelnaby. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Struggling to find their flow while the other team is on the roll.
Yeah, this drought is really hurting them. They've got to mix things up and try and snap out of it.
Jordan is double over Robinson. Another one falls for Chicago.
How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
Here's Watley. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls.
Remaining in the game.
Here in the fourth quarter, the defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. 1:51 left to play here in the fourth. The pass to Abdelnaby. Back to Ainge. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Pippen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And then Pippen slams it in.
A display of true artistry. Pippen giving the fans a show with the jam.
1:30 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Paxson with the steal. Inside, here's Jordan. And Jordan throws it down.
They can't miss on an absolute tear.
This is a thing of beauty. Perfect offensive basketball.
Here's Ainge. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. It's Jordan with the drop.
And once Jordan gets rolling, you're done. Because he's relentless in how he continues to attack.
On the wing, Ainge, guarded by Jordan. Got a hand on it. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Bulls another three.
What a way for them to finish the game. Closing it out with some terrific play.
We've seen too many games slip away late. They did a great job of putting this one to bed.
Robinson a screen on Paxson. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good on the shot. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Pippen. Good. And it's Jordan picking up the assist.
When you face Jordan, you put so much focus on MJ that it creates openings for other guys.
Here's Watley, guarded by Paxson. Watley misses. Mike, they have been fantastic tonight, haven't they?
What a performance from them.
Jordan is doubled. Stolen by Ainge. Here's Watley. And with this victory, the Bulls stand just 3 wins away, Mike Fratello, from their second consecutive title.
And it looks like they are determined to make that happen. Michael Jordan's got one finger on the trophy already.
And you know the Chicago crowd will be ready, Clark, for Game 2. This building will be rocking.
No question about it, Kevin. It will be a great atmosphere, but don't count the Blazers out now. There are still 3 games ahead in Portland. And that building has its own set of problems for the opposition.
Well, you've played there. No one should know better than you.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. Great fans, but they're hard on the opponents.
Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our 2K team. This is...
Michael changed the game because
New York City is our setting for today's contest. And there's been no shortage of buzz in the streets leading up to this game. Good evening, everyone. With Clark Kellogg and Coach Mike Fratello, this is Kevin Harlan. On our sidelines tonight reporting, David Aldridge. We've got a major game on the road tonight for the Bulls. Mike, they're taking on their Eastern Conference rivals, the New York Knicks.
And it's Michael Jordan who really has his work cut out for him in this one. Only his 5th game back since his big return. And he has to take on a very physical and intimidating Knicks squad.
I think this game cannot get enough build-up. It's going to be a beauty. Clark, let's widen the lens and look at the bigger picture. This game has potential conference implications.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, you're right. For both teams, this game is a twofer. So a chance here for either team to protect or improve where they are in the standings. And because of that and just the fact that these teams are so competitive, it's going to be a hard-fought, entertaining game.
Going over the starting lineup for the Bulls, it's B.J. Armstrong at the point. Then the dynamic duo of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Then it's Tony Kukoc at the 4. Down low, they've got Will Perdue. For the Knicks, they'll start off with Derek Harper and John Starks in the backcourt, with Anthony Bonner and Charles Oakley at the 3 and 4. And at center, Patrick Ewing.
It's going to be interesting to see how Jordan takes on this Knicks team. Will he try to outsmart New York, or is he ready to go toe-to-toe?
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. 9-point game.
Sacrificing his body, putting it on the line right there.
That takes tremendous grit. Taking charges, not for the faint of heart.
Starks against Jordan. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Chicago. You know, Clark, big challenges historically have a way of bringing out the best in Michael Jordan.
And, Kevin, I think that's exactly why this is a game people have circled on the schedule for a while. This atmosphere, taking on a rival on their home court, you know that gets the competitive juices of Michael Jordan stoked up.
Yep, that's what drives him. You're right. Something we expect to see Chicago doing in this one, Clark, is trying to stop Starks from sinking three-pointers.
Yeah, because if he gets going from behind the arc and finds a rhythm, that could mean real trouble for the Bulls. So I think they'll try to run him off the line and keep him from knocking down threes all game long.
That'll be a chase to watch. So it's the Knicks now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Now here's Harper. Starks outside. That shooting slump for Starks is still hanging around. It's got to be frustrating.
Just 2 days ago, Jordan hit a buzzer beater to steal the win off the Atlanta Hawks. Not bad for only your 4th game back in the NBA.
You know, he also, Mike, was the leading scorer in that game as well, racking up 32 points. Chicago fans were very glad to see him show up like that in the clutch.
The 7-footer, Will Perdue, saying, no, no, no.
And 3 from Jordan. Michael Jordan all over Starks in this one. No answers for him so far. Here's Starks. They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche.
And Michael Jordan hoping to pick up David Aldridge where he left off in 1993.
Thanks very much. The big question for everyone tonight, of course, is MJ really back? Is he ready for these Knicks? I got a chance to talk to Michael earlier today, and his attitude is to relax and, as he said, let the game come to him. Worth noting in the shoot-around this afternoon, he did hit 2 half-court shots back-to-back. Maybe that's a sign, guys.
That's pretty impressive, David. Thanks for the report. And Clark, you never know. Maybe it's foreshadowing of some sort.
Well, I tell you what, it was never part of my routine to take any shot that I didn't think I was going to take in the game. And a half-court heave was not on my shot-taking agenda. But I do think it speaks to Jordan's confidence coming into this one.
And feels he can do anything.
He can.
Hey, Clark, something we're going to be watching closely. John Starks in his defensive effort right now against Michael Jordan.
Kevin, that is a ginormous task, but one that Starks doesn't back away from, and I think he's up to the challenge. He knows how to be a pest and make it difficult for Michael Jordan and limit MJ's effectiveness on the offensive end.
It is going to be must-see basketball.
Yes, sir.
You talk about a hostile crowd, Coach. These Knicks fans are going to be very vocal, it seems, all game long.
It's part of what... I'm loving it. And you see Jordan wearing number 45 out there. The same number he was wearing on the baseball diamond. Not his usual 23.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, if he wanted to be 23 again, he'd have to pull it down from the rafters back home. He retired, so they retired his jersey. But it's still a little weird to see him wearing 45.
And Jordan matching his game high from a few days ago in Atlanta. He's got 32.
Playing well on both ends of the floor, stifling defense and dangerous O. That's a heck of a combo.
That's what has built this lead.
They swipe it. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. With that basket, Michael Jordan putting up the most points since his return.
Well, they had a plan coming into this one, and they have executed on it perfectly.
Yeah, getting out ahead early on by stifling the competition on both ends of the floor.
To end the drought. A shot by Starks, no good. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan slamming it down.
Their scoring has been a problem. Been tough to handle.
And it's enabled them to establish a substantial lead in the early going.
And stolen by Jordan. And that's it for the first quarter. What's been a very lopsided game.
The Knicks, 0. The Bulls.
Welcome back, everyone, to New York City, where the Chicago Bulls are taking on the New York Knicks. And our second quarter is getting going here.
The atmosphere in this building right now is fantastic as we go into the second quarter. This New York crowd is making noise and letting their Knicks know they've got their back.
Smith is out there with Bonner. Then it's Derek Harper. Then it's Starks. And it's Ewing in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now. Bonner passes to Smith. Kicks it to Harper. The 3. Ball's knocked loose. The energy of these New York home games, Clark, it is one of a kind.
Well, it's a special place. The fans really know the game and love it. And this is what basketball is all about to me. Two great teams going at it while the fans are being heard loud and clear.
Yeah, they know the game so well. You're so right.
And that pass just got away from him, well off his target.
Oh, Mike, what a fantastic first quarter Jordan had on the offensive end of things.
He's scoring practically at will, getting the shots he wants and draining them.
We all know the scoring record for this building, and Jordan is flirting with it right now.
One thing that hasn't suffered with Jordan since his leave of absence is efficiency from the free throw line. He enters this game having only missed 5 of about 30 total attempts. That's pretty good.
Jordan's free throw shooting has always been a hallmark of his game, averaging around 84% on shots from the stripe. That muscle memory clearly serving him well.
And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, he kicks it to Armstrong. Here is Bonner. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to Harper. To halt the run, and the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
Clark in the first quarter, Starks didn't seem to give Michael Jordan too much trouble.
No, he certainly didn't, Kevin, and that's a credit to Michael Jordan. I think Starks didn't expect Jordan to be as sharp as he was. He's going to have to turn it up defensively if he's going to disrupt MJ.
Really amp it up, you're right. Starks kicks to Harper. Ewing trying to get open. And the Knicks miss again.
They desperately need something to fall.
Well, they're on the wrong side of a big run. Never a good feeling.
He's tied his record here in New York. 50 for Michael Jordan in just his 5th game back. What a game so far for Michael Jordan, coach. He's playing very assertively. Jordan breaking his own record and setting a new one here in the Big Apple.
Not surprising at all to see Jordan piling up points, playing with a lot of determination and grit, and insisting on being aggressive looking for his shots.
A shot by Starks, no good.
Well, that's another low percentage shot. He's been settled.
The record continues to climb for Michael Jordan.
They're not just on fire. Nothing is getting in their way on offense.
It's practically supernatural. The defense is trying everything.
Oakley, he's checked in for the Knicks. Davis comes in for Harper. Clark, this is Jordan's 5th game back with the Bulls, but it still feels like he's in the middle of his return.
Kevin, I agree with you. The return tour, not quite over yet, but seeing him here on the Knicks' home turf again, it's almost like he never left.
Yeah, thank goodness he is back.
Yes.
Coach, they're ice cold on the offensive end.
Well, something has to change.
You know, looking at this Knicks team, this is the first time that
Clark, he just rocked the rim.
Insanity on display right there. Wow.
Woo.
That's the kind of move that's usually held back for the dunk contest.
Oh, you are so right. Doesn't that take great confidence, Clark, to alley-oop to yourself?
For sure.
My goodness.
For sure.
Ooh. Wow. Throw down the sledgehammer.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't do that.
Doesn't get any easier for Jordan. Terrific at exploiting the defense in transition.
Can they get it? It's hauled in by the Bulls. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Another three for Chicago.
Three-point goal.
59 seconds left in the first half. Starks against Armstrong. Outside, Davis takes the three. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And I have no idea how he clanked that one. The defense has to be thanking their lucky stars he didn't sink that one.
Starting to pull out ahead off the back of some terrific offense.
They are firing on all cylinders, aren't they? Hard to get stops when they're playing with this much energy.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Outside Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks, Greg Anthony.
To the paint. Knocked away. Here's Ewing. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
It seemed as if he had the angle to finish, but the defense did just enough to throw him off.
And so it's Chicago, able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. The sun has begun to set here in New York City as we get ready to jump back into action here in the home of the Knicks. Welcome back, everyone, to New York, with the Knicks taking on a head-to-head battle with the Chicago Bulls. It's been another memorable Knicks home game so far.
How great is it to see Michael Jordan back in his Bulls uniform? I mean, this is a team he's led to some incredible highs. And you can already see guys feeding off his energy, his talent, and his competitive spirit.
We go now to David Aldridge on the sideline. Dave, what do you have for us?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, as the Bulls get back on the floor, you remember that there's been lots of turnover since Jordan left. There are 8 players on this team who have never played with Michael before. So that could and probably will affect their on-court chemistry. There's still a lot for Jordan and these Bulls to get reaccustomed to. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. 8 guys. Mike is a significant chunk of the bench, isn't it?
A lot of trust that needs to be built there, and they can't have it done in just 4 games. So it might be a factor tonight.
Something the Bears watching for sure. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. They've got Purdue. Kukoc is out there with Pippen. Then it's P.J. Armstrong. And it's Jordan in at the 2-guard spot. And since his return to Chicago, Jordan has remarked, Mike, that he sees this as Pippen's team now. What do you think?
And that speaks to the respect Jordan has for Pippen. Scotty did a great job leading this team while Michael was away. But I know everyone is glad to have him back.
Including you and I.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Clark, it seems so far in this game, Jordan has been able to outwork Starks' defensive efforts.
Yeah, I agree with you there. He seems to be just one step ahead, really sharp. Starks might end up regretting making it known that he thought he could tie up MJ.
He'll challenge him the whole way, you know that.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Now the Bulls with it. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Knocks down the 3-ball. Pippen's got 6 here in this quarter.
And perhaps the coach lit a fire under them at halftime because they have owned this third quarter.
And it's important for them to keep it going. Can't show any signs of slowing down.
Bulls seem to be doing everything, Mike, they can to silence this New York crowd.
Yeah, if these fans are bothering them, they're doing a great job hiding it. And nothing shuts up a crowd like the opposing team having control of the game.
And they've got control right now. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
A tone setter both on the floor and in the locker room. Oakley's toughness is beneficial in a multitude of ways.
Smith checked in for New York. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Ewing. Purdue with the rebound.
Surprisingly, Ewing, not as much of a factor as we thought. Chicago has done a terrific job of really limiting his effectiveness. Ever since halftime, they have been parked out at the arc, dropping bomb after bomb.
And who can blame them? When you're hitting like this, you got to just keep it going. You know, I got to say, Michael Jordan has looked good since making his return to the league. Generally speaking, we just weren't really sure what we could expect from him.
What a power surge by these guys. They can't miss.
Literally, what a stretch.
Mike, they are desperate to find a basket.
They're having a really hard time out there.
You're right. Here's Starks. New York, no good that time either. You know, Clark, Jordan has had to get back up to speed since returning to the NBA.
No doubt about it. Only 7 for 28 from the floor in his first game back. Clearly some rust there, and it ended up being a loss, but he's bounced back and is looking more and more like the MJ we remember now.
Well said. Catching up on the changes for New York. Davis has checked in for Bonner, and Anthony subbed in for Starks. Harper the pass to Ewing. The rebound by Pippen. Pippen's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
Ball is turned over.
The Knicks making a switch here. Williams has checked in.
Coming onto the floor for your New York Knicks, Herb Williams.
And it's Davis with the ball for the New York Knicks. And it's Michael Jordan, coach, who has looked firmly in control in the back half of this game.
Meanwhile, Ewing has kind of been diminished out there. Not much of a contest right now between these two stars. These are two teams we've seen clash many times, including when the Knicks defeated the Bulls in last year's playoffs. A fiercely competitive series.
Anthony, the pass to Davis. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Pass to Harper. Smith inside, guarded by Kukoc. And it's Smith missing. Now Purdue. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Ball is turned over. Knicks ball.
New York with the ball. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Anthony kicks to Davis. Back to Anthony. Harper against Jordan. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got his first points of the game.
This locker room loves having Harper on their side. Derek is always looking to pass.
A deep three from Jordan. Right, here he goes. And gets it to fall. Clarkie beats the clock.
Certainly looks like he got it off just in the nick of time.
He knew exactly how much time he had to work with and delivers a huge shot.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been. Welcome, everyone, for the fourth quarter here in New York. It's been a great game here today so far with the Knicks going up against the Bulls. With all eyes on the returning Michael Jordan. Williams is out there with Smith. Then there's Davis. Then it's Williams. And it's Anthony in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. From deep, Jordan. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
This New York crowd has been quieted down. Jordan single-handedly responsible for that. As we get into the home stretch here, the question of whether or not Jordan has his legs back is a little more important.
Fires for 3. And a great assist by Kukoc as that one goes in. Jordan's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Bulls. Well, Coach, you look at all the turnovers. What a way to drive your coach crazy. I know it would drive you crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute it.
Oakley's checked in for the Knicks. Anthony with it. The pass to Davis. Back to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Davis missing. But Clark, in a competitive game, Jordan might just have to tough it out on the floor.
You know, some guys think the only way to get in real basketball shape is to play the games, and I'm in that camp. And certainly if that's true, then Jordan probably wants to get as much action as he can since he's looking to get playoff ready.
And I know he cannot wait. Coach, you know, the Bulls really did a solid job chasing Starks off the perimeter in this game.
Terrific defensive pressure to limit his output from range. Chicago knew that was part of Starks' game that they wanted to target. And they managed to shut it down effectively.
You bet they did. Anthony, the pass to Davis. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Jordan. It's Chicago with another bucket.
We know Jordan is a master from the mid-range, whether he's squared up or falling away. You feel like it's going to splash.
Jordan against Davis. From past the arc. No good. Shot missing. And it's Chicago the other way. Jordan way outside. Knicks with the rebound.
A little bit of a heat check right there, rising up from way downtown.
And there was a time a shot like that would get you benched. Not these days.
Purdue the pass to Pippen. And here's Jordan outside. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 6 assists in the game.
How about the damage they've done from deep? Sniping away with great confidence.
They're certainly taking threes in bunches. Can't blame them given the results they're seeing right now.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Anthony.
2 minutes.
Back to Davis. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Kukoc has got 9 rebounds now tonight. A deep 3 from Jordan. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Striping it from distance. No hesitation at all.
He's had it going, been aggressive from outside.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. The shot by Williams, no good.
Couldn't have asked for a better look. And a little frustration and didn't get it to drop.
It's good.
There's not a place on the floor where Jordan can't hurt you. Efficient is what he is.
Poked loose and stolen by Jordan. .127 left in the game. And that one, good.
And, you know, they aren't showing any signs of easing up. Their offense looks superb right now.
They can't get careless with the league. And so far, this hasn't been the case.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
He made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
On the wing, Davis. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
He's got that ball on a string. Jordan using his smooth handles to get that bucket.
Now the Knicks with it. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. They get a hand on it. Anthony, the pass to Williams. Back to Anthony. The three. And no good that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And a wide open look for Jordan. Another three for Chicago.
Not coasting to victory. They're running through the tape. Run through that finish line.
That's how you do it. Keep it going through the checkered flag.
Looking to stem the tide, Mike.
Somehow, anyhow, trying to stop this run.
Here's Chicago. Another three for Chicago.
Excellent touch on the long-range bomb from Jordan. He only takes those when he really likes them, and that one looked good.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oakland. Kukoc with the defensive effort. Jordan looking around.
So sure he needed it, but the fadeaway does make the shot even sweeter.
And so, Mike, the Bulls come out a winner here tonight. A big victory.
Please be sure to make it home safely, and we can't wait to see you once again.
When you win 6 championships,
it had been deemed.
Across town from the... Welcome, everyone, to the NBA Finals here in Chicago, where it's safe to say these fans did not expect to be celebrating Father's Day with the Game 6 after the way the team started this series. I'm here with Coach Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and reporter David Aldridge. And Mike, perhaps some home cooking is just the thing these road-weary Bulls need.
Well, road-weary and maybe a little road rash with the injuries they've sustained. Ron Harper battling a knee injury that will require off-season surgery, and Scottie Pippen dealing with knee and especially ankle injuries that have limited his effectiveness.
And while the Bulls are banged up and bedraggled, Clark, the Sonics seem on the rise.
Yeah, you take a look at their big guy, Sean Kemp, an all-star. The Sonics are definitely younger and healthier at this point, but still a tall task to win 2 in a row on the defending champs' home court.
Oh, big effort tonight needed. On the floor for the Supersonics, the Defensive Player of the Year, Gary Payton. He's joined by Hawkins in the backcourt. At the forward spots, Schrempf and Kemp. And Brakowski at the 5. And the 5 for Chicago. MVP Michael Jordan and Harper are the guards. Pippen and Rodman form the front court, and big Luke Longley at center.
And after the Sonics lost the first 3 games, Coach Carl finally put the glove, Gary Payton, on Jordan. Some question what took him so long to guard the MVP with the Defensive Player of the Year.
Bulls making a switch here. Kerr's checked in. And the Sonics refusing to go quietly. And for more on that, let's bring in David Aldridge.
Well, thanks very much. After Chicago's 22-point Game 3 win gave the Bulls a 3-0 lead, everyone from the quarters to even some Seattle players thought this series was over. That is, everyone but Sean Kemp. The All-Star forward challenged his teammates between Games 3 and 4. Kemp delivered. Back-to-back double-doubles from the Rain Man have brought us back to Game 6. Kevin?
Thank you. I'll be honest, Mike. I didn't think Seattle would push the 72-win Bulls to a Game 6. Did you?
Me either. Obviously, the Supersonics are giant underdogs. They need Kemp to do the impossible again. Outplay Michael Jordan like he did in Game 4 and 5.
Hey, Clark, you look at the last 2 games for Michael Jordan. His numbers have gone down since he's been defended by Gary Payton.
I'm trying to make this real quick.
He averaged 31 points on 46% shooting. Since then, though, only 24 points on 41% shooting. That's a significant difference.
Yeah, Payton's done a great job. At one point during Game 5 in Seattle, the Bulls might miss 20 consecutive three-point shots.
From deep, Pippen was 1 for 8. Steve Kerr 1 for 7 from the three-point line. The team was 3 for 26 for the game. Those numbers have to be better tonight.
Yeah, they've got to improve in that category.
Can I subscribe to you?
Points, assists, rebounds, defense. Scottie Pippen gives your team all of that. Every team in the league wants a guy like him.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Hawkins. Back to Payton. There's the 3. Sonics having flashbacks, still struggling in this series and not looking sharp. With injuries to his back, both ankles, and knee, I think I've covered all bases. This, Clark, has been a very tough series for Scottie Pippen.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, he's shooting 32% from the field and just 18% from the three-point line. We know he's not anywhere close to 100%, but let's see if he can still find something extra tonight, digging deep, because the Bulls need somebody other than Michael Jordan to step up.
Indeed they do. Excellent point. No good from Schrempf. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Wasted no time on that one. Pippen's got 11 points.
From the tip, this team has flexed its muscles and shown its dominance.
What a start, particularly on the offensive end.
Now, here's Payton. No points in the game yet for him. The Sonics again can't hit.
Dennis Rodman was a huge free agent signing for the Bulls, adding toughness and rebounding to this squad.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there. You know, it's the 5th straight year the Worm has led the league in boards. He does an awful lot to stir the drink defensively for Chicago, and the fans absolutely love it.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Supersonics. Perkins is checked in for the Sonics. Pass to Schrempf to the inside, looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Jordan.
And right now, I think he's ready for this quarter to be over.
I don't know if I've ever seen him this cold. Rough quarter indeed.
They've been the aggressors right from the start, asserting themselves from the very beginning.
Yeah, they're setting the tone, and they're doing it on both ends of the floor.
Here's Payton. The Bulls getting their last shot to go. Here's Kemp. And too long on the shot. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A deep 3 from Jordan. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Schrempf with it. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And once again off the mark by Seattle. Here's Jordan. That one goes in. He's got 7.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
Here's Payton. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
He was doing whatever he wanted to out there. I love.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first. We've got a blowout underway here. Bulls out front, just dominating this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. It's the second quarter of Game 6, the 1996 NBA Final. Seattle trying to extend this series. The Bulls looking to put the finishing touches on an all-time season.
It is clearly an emotional night for Michael Jordan, playing on Father's Day without his late dad.
Rodman is out there with Pippen. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Longley. And it's Kerr in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The shot by Hawkins, no good. The Bulls leading by 23. And really for Michael Jordan, so much has happened since he lost his father, Coachella.
Well, first retiring, trying out pro baseball, coming back to the NBA, winning an MVP. The one thing left, win the title. And you know Michael Jordan is thinking about his dad today.
Yeah, he's got it. Perkins, the pass to Hawkins. No good on the triple. Mike, still a lot of basketball left, but much better from deep for Chicago in this one.
Hitting threes will pay dividends later on. Making those trays will loosen up a stiff Seattle defense.
Trying to find
Who has sliders on? They're trying to make this real quick. But enjoy. Can I subscribe to you?
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Again, Chicago.
They've gotten out to a big lead because of superior play on both ends.
No better way to do it. It's much easier to win games when you own both sides of the floor.
And the pass to Kemp. Can they get it? Michael Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game. Early in this game 6, Mike, Scottie Pippen's been better.
And that is a great sign for Chicago. Pippen had a huge part in the 72-win regular season. He does it all.
And does it well. They get it again. And it's good. 2 points. Kemp's got 6.
On fire so far to start game 6. Kemp looking to lead this team for at least one more game.
Seattle foul. Detlef Schrempf. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Terrible pass right there. The defense was all over that. He made things very simple for them.
Here's Chicago. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. For Jordan, into the second quarter, Mike, the shooting numbers are better than what we saw in Seattle.
Well, some adjustments from Mike. Freeing himself up for some better looks. Looking like the league MVP tonight.
He does. And, Mike, as we can see here, a clear advantage for Michael Jordan over Shawn Kemp thus far.
MJ wants this series to end tonight. This year's MVP wants another ring. Kemp really needs to step his game up to extend this series.
He's going to have to be at his very best, you're right.
They're not just on fire. Nothing is getting in their way on offense.
It's practically supernatural. The defense is trying everything.
And once again, off the mark by Seattle.
Well, that's another low percentage shot. He's been settling throughout this game for those kinds of shots.
He gets it in there.
When it comes to scoring the ball, he is prolific and proficient.
Both teams are far from 100%. Injuries playing a major role in the series. David Aldridge with more.
Thanks, Kevin. Now, the Bulls are the oldest team in the league, and this is game 100 for them this season tonight. Scottie Pippen has been battling knee and ankle injuries. Ron Harper needs off-season surgery on his left knee. Luke Longley needs off-season surgery, too, to remove bone spurs from his ankle. For Seattle, bench spark plug Nate McMillan has a herniated disc. Guys?
David, thank you, Coach. It does feel, though, the Bulls are hurting a little bit more. What do you think?
They look tired down the stretch in games 4 and 5. They're the older, more banged-up team. Seattle players have said they want to push the tempo tonight.
Interesting. So the Bulls lead this series, Mike, 3-2, trying to cement themselves as one of the greatest teams ever.
An NBA record, 72 wins in the regular season. But Chicago needs to close this series out to be considered the greatest.
I agree. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Another 3 for Chicago.
Finding ways to build their lead, to expand it. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And it's because they're playing selfless basketball, doing an outstanding job running and executing their plays.
Driving to the basket, and then slammed in by Jordan.
Flying up high, what a move.
You're right, Clark, the elevation.
Incredible.
I almost thought he was getting too much air.
Passes it to Payton. Here's Hawkins. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for Chicago. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He did. The lights are lit in Chicago. And a beautiful 65 degrees outside on what has been a beautiful and unusually mild June day. Game 6 of the NBA Final. It's the second half along with Coach Mike Fratello, former player Clark Kellogg, and reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. The Bulls hoping to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy tonight. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
All through the first half of play, he was fantastic from range. Totally dialed in.
His touch really has been exceptional. And now his team is working to keep finding him those three-point shots. Things have come full circle for Dennis Rodman. Remember, the worm was on those bad boys Pistons teams that eliminated the Bulls 3 straight years.
The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. Hersey Hawkins is out there with Payton. Then it's Kemp. Then it's Schrempf. And it's Burkowski in at the center position.
Smart, tough, unselfish. Excellent find by Gary Payton.
Here's Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Jordan's got 38 points. And after battling Chicago for years, Clark, the NBA's rebounding leader, Dennis Rodman, now joining the Bulls.
You know, he was brought in as the final piece of the championship puzzle, Kevin. So far, so good. Rodman looking to earn his third ring.
In the first half, Mike, a much more effective Michael Jordan than Game 5.
We know Michael was going to review the film with Phil Jackson, and what they've done is draw up some very nice sets for MJ.
And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Over Payton. Michael Jordan again. Jordan's got 42 in the game.
Their offensive efficiency has been even better here in the second.
Yeah, just continuing to dial it in on that end and focusing on making good shot selections.
Payton passes to Kemp. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Fires the three. And the Supersonics miss again. Well, Mike, compared to Game 5, they had a massive improvement in their three-point shooting.
And that really helps open up the driving lanes. It specifically gives Jordan more space.
Pass to Burkowski. Payton surveying the floor. To end the run, kicks it out to Hawkins. Seattle missing again. It's been a one-sided affair for sure.
It is obvious and clear who the better team is. Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
Everything is going exactly how their coach drew it up. Top to bottom, this is the pinnacle of execution.
Kept alive. Kemp passes to Hawkins. Knocked loose and stolen by Longley. And here's the break. A deep three from Jordan. And the Bulls another three. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
George Karl's adjustment in Game 4, putting Gary Payton the glove on Michael Jordan. It changed the series. Of course, the glove-winning Defensive Player of the Year this season, part of the reason Karl made that switch.
Here's Pippen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Seattle with the ball. Coach, a tough stretch for this offense.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark. And Gary Payton, who led the NBA in steals, but it's about more than defense, it seems like, Mike, with him.
Running the point. Payton was top 10 in assists.
Right.
Beyond the numbers, the glove is such a competitor. Never stops talking to his teammates and the opposition. The heart and soul of this Seattle team.
He is indeed. And Mike, much improved performances we're seeing now from players like Scottie Pippen. He is gutting it out.
Yeah, Scottie isn't close to 100%, but this man is a champion. Pippen wants another ring.
He does. Tough player. With a chance to clinch the title tonight, Coach Fratello, Michael Jordan has been outstanding in the battle with Kemp.
The Rain Man hasn't been able to keep up with Jordan, The last 2 games of the series, wins for Seattle, Kemp was able to win this showdown. That is not the case tonight.
You said it. Peyton outside. Poked away.
And to me, they appear desperate to stop this cold streak right now. So far, nothing is working.
You can see the frustration is mounting, and because of this, their offense has been sputtering.
And stolen by Jordan. Jordan getting Seattle's toughest defender, Gary Payton. And here's Kerr from the arc, and the 3-ball is good. Kerr's got his second bucket of the night.
The number of the second half, 3. They are drilling shots.
And that starts with ball movement, putting your shooters in good positions.
Here's Brikowski. And just miss after miss right now.
He wanted to answer right back, just couldn't knock it home.
And Jordan gets it to go.
And perhaps the coach lit a fire under them at halftime because they have owned this third quarter.
And it's important for them to keep it going. Can't show any signs of slowing down.
Third quarter with the score, your Bulls 87.
This could be the final quarter of basketball this year. So far in these NBA Finals, Bulls are up 3-2. Chicago looking to close out a historic season. The last time finishing with force.
Shook that building all the way up.
Going back to Game 5, Michael Jordan just 2 points in the fourth quarter. Normally, that's when MJ takes over. Maybe Mike is human after all.
They've got Dennis Rodman. Kerr is out there with Jordan. Then there's Longley. And it's Pippen in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Chicago.
Nice find there by Rodman, leading to the bucket.
They clocked that last game in Seattle. Why were the Sonics able to hold Jordan to 2 points in that fourth quarter?
Well, first of all, Kevin, we never see that. But, you know, Jordan appeared to be tired to me. I mean, MJ was doing everything scoring-wise. Peyton was putting a lot of pressure on him. There's no doubt about it. We'll see a different Michael Jordan in this final frame. You can count on it.
Mike, for the Bulls tonight, the Chicago three-point shooting is so much better than it was the other night in Seattle.
Remember, the Bulls are 48-2 at home this year. They are so comfortable in this building. That has to be a factor.
And the dunk by Jordan.
They can't miss on an absolute tear.
This is a thing of beauty. Perfect offensive basketball.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Snow, the pass to Askew. Will it go? Ball's knocked loose. Enzo Jordan will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
As they keep expanding this lead, keep feeding him the ball.
He's having a great shooting night, so yeah, I'd say getting him the rock is a great game plan.
A strong finals performance, Mike, from Michael Jordan trying to secure his 4th NBA title.
And his 4th finals MVP. There's no way you can keep Jordan down too long. Michael's just so good.
Well, they're cranking it up a notch right now, really setting the pace for this game.
Exceptional in transition. Great job running all 94 feet.
Jumps up, and the dunk by Jordan.
And a great steal by Pippen. One of the best in the league at playing the ball.
Seattle with the ball. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Here's Askew, guarded by Pippen. 13 feet away. Clock at 6. Wingate. The Sonics again can't hit.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there. You know, we talk about Pippen's versatility a lot, and with good reason. There he's showing you a superb court awareness with that pass.
Wingate against Pippen. Askew passes to Snow. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night.
Saw that play developing and hit him in stride towards the cup.
Did I just see that happen in a game? That's a dunk you usually only see in practice.
I know.
Yeah, I said practice.
You're right. You're right. That's true. But your practice plays, typically don't make your highlight reel. That one will.
And this is part of why we watch. For players and moments like this. Wow!
Pass to Wingate. Jacks up a three. Rodman more of a factor here tonight compared to the last game.
Almost non-existent in Game 5. But here, Rodman putting in extra effort on the glass.
Whenever he takes a three, that's a good shot.
Plus, he had a good look at the bucket. You see why this team is up big.
The pass to Snow. Passes it to Wingate. Takes a three. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Take that solo act to Broadway.
You're right. That is one way to go with the alley-oop.
And he pulled it off to perfection.
And here's Seattle. Here's Wingate. Oh, that's blocked.
Not always easy to get a shot around a guy of Longley's stature. He uses his length to get all over it for a block.
Jordan way outside. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
That should put a stamp on this one.
Great way to close out a victory.
And it's the Supersonics with the ball.
Just so.
It's stolen by Curry. Wingate against Jordan.
Is this on repeat?
40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. The tray. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
In this fourth quarter, they have excelled from deep.
And obviously getting hot from deep. Couldn't come at a better time.
Snow against Curry.
Now the sliders are up. I'm trying to get this over with low.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Brakowski. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Bounce pass from Jordan. Kerr, the pass to Jordan. From deep three-point range, no good. And the Chicago Bulls have done it. 72 wins in the NBA championship. The greatest season in NBA history.
Win it all in front of their home fans, it makes this special. This team has gone through so much.
Clark, this win solidifies this team's place in NBA history, don't you think?
I agree, and I think they very well could be the best team ever. Maybe the best we've ever seen, this 96 Bulls team. And Michael Jordan, his 4th title. MJ is in the conversation for greatest player of all time.
Jordan, Pippen,
All about PlayStation.
Hall of Famers.
Boy, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, what more can you say? And you can just see the emotion and what this moment means to Michael Jordan. Congratulations to the Chicago Bulls, 1996 NBA champions.
What's your username? Dogoff War 05. Okay. Bro has sliders on. On sec. Lemme hop on RQ. My username is golden_gans to 557. K.
You know, I feel fortunate to have been covering the Bulls at that time and being so close to watch this transformation of this young man just becoming the greatest basketball player that's ever played. Nothing could ever stop him from winning. It was all about winning. The flu game, they called it. It could have been the pizza game because he thought it was food poisoning, and he looks horrible. He could barely talk, you know, and I didn't want to keep asking about how you feel, this, and that, and the other. I could just see it in his eyes. I think he realized the situation.
Found it.
You have an opportunity to win a championship, and it can go away. We're not going to wait till you get better and then play the next week. The thing that always brought the greatness out in him was a challenge, and he was just zoned in, and there was nothing that was going to stop him from playing his best and winning that basketball game.
The sold-out Delta Center, framed by the beautiful mountains here in Salt Lake City, Utah. We now go over to Dan Roberts, the PA announcer for tonight's game.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Delta Center for game number 5 of the NBA Finals with the Chicago Bulls and our Utah Jazz. And now, introducing the starting lineup.
What we gonna do?
Wearing number 13, the starting center at 7'2" from New Mexico, Luke Longley.
2K.
On the drive line, number 9, at 6'6" from Miami of Ohio, Ron Harper.
Scott, Utah.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 5 of the NBA Finals with Coach Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. A lot to talk about as we get set to go. First and foremost, Mike, Michael Jordan apparently suffering from serious flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, there was a real question of whether or not he'd even take the court here. But in a crucial Game 5, there's no way Jordan sitting out. It's just a matter of how much it affected.
And the Bulls had only lost 2 games total, Clark, in the previous 3 rounds before dropping the last 2 here in Salt Lake City. So the Jazz have them on the ropes, it would seem.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. You think about it. Chicago's won 4 titles since '91, and they've never had to go the distance in the series. I mean, if they can't find a way to stop Utah's momentum here, the Bulls will, for the first time, need 7 games if they're going to get another ring.
So taking the floor for the Bulls, it'll be Ron Harper and Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman man the forward spots. And at center, Luke Longley. For the Jazz, John Stockton will be at the point with Jeff Hornacek at the 2. In the front court, we have Brian Russell, Karl Malone. In the center, Greg Ostertag.
Hey, guys, I think it's already safe to say Jordan does not have his usual energy today.
A beautiful pass that time from MJ.
First checked in for Ron Harper. Chicago shooting their first foul shot of the night. Clark with Michael. Jordan clearly not feeling well. You have to wonder how many minutes he'll be able to play in this one.
And Kevin, you know, with Michael Jordan, he never wants to come out of the game ultra competitive, and yet Phil Jackson may be in a position where he has to make a tough decision. I mean, that's part of what a coach has to do. Sometimes you have to rescue a player from himself.
But Jordan never wants to come out, does he?
No, he wants to go to full.
Madden 2K Fortnite for thine asset Fortnite role.
Michael Jordan as we try to get a sense of how his illness is affecting him.
Shouldn't take long to find out, Kev. Once he gets a few minutes under his belt, we'll see if he has the energy to keep going.
Yes, sir. And we mentioned Jordan feeling under the weather. And for more on that, let's welcome in our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. There is news on Michael Jordan. He woke up at 3 a.m. this morning with flu-like symptoms. He had a bad headache, he was sick to his stomach, and couldn't get back to sleep. He stayed in bed most of the day. He missed shoot-around and really didn't do any.
He just joined it to troll 6-year-olds.
We'll see if it has an effect on him. Back to you, Kevin.
That's a dramatic story, David. Thank you. And that, Mike, is the big question. Will Jordan be his usual Michael Jordan self today?
Well, I'll say this much. In games where Michael has been sick or played through injury, a lot of times it's been the opponent that has to call for a doctor.
Good line. We'll see what happens. And coach, for Scottie Pippen, the effects of his foot injury, you can see, are still lingering.
Yeah, he hasn't been as explosive as we're used to. He's been more of a post-up role for them in the past few games.
Their scoring has been a problem, been tough to handle.
And it's enabled them to establish a substantial lead in the early going.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Kerr against Stockton.
You play Madden.
Stop the run.
It's so difficult to get a rebound as Jordan.
Hornacek's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Clark, after a few quiet games to start the series, John Stockton's been sensational since the
just in
series has come
2K
back to Salt
practicing in
I think
2K
you got to
role.
attribute some of that to playing at home, good home cooking. You know, we always talk about John Stockton's assist, but in these finals, his defense has been as good as his passing.
It has. And here's Stockton following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Hornacek again missing.
Should we
And
play
so it's
2K?
Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Here's Jordan. Jordan shrugging off the flu to open up the game with 3 consecutive hits.
From the opening whistle, their tempo has been the tempo of the game.
Not just on offense, but on D as well. They've completely set the tone for this game.
My career overall is bad.
Outside, Russell. Hornacek for 3. Longley grabs the miss.
And with Jordan under the weather, you have to think it'll affect his defense the most. He just doesn't have the energy to go full speed at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, you know, Mike, I agree with you. That's what it seems like to me. He'll have to conserve that energy and pick his spots. And as much as the Bulls need his scoring, I think he'll have to go all out at the offensive end.
Now, here is Hornacek. Stockton outside. 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Malone. Hornacek from long range. It's Hornacek again missing.
Hey, I think that green light they'd given him early should probably go red now. I mean, he needs to get some other folks involved. And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense.
This is so awkward. I'm just on youth roll.
Well, great work on both ends.
And the Jazz call time here. Jazz making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
Kendon Anderson.
On defense, Chicago. Ostertag pass to Stockton. Malone, a screen on Kerr. Shot to stop the run. Another miss by Utah. Chicago leading by 23. Here's Jordan. Another make by Jordan. The flu not seeming like it's much of a factor.
And we know Jordan is a master from the mid-range. Whether he's squared up or falling away, you feel like it's going to splash.
Stockton outside. Anderson wide open. Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his. And we're back for the start of the second quarter. It's Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Bulls star Michael Jordan still in distress with flu-like symptoms.
And I'll say, I don't think you could get a louder crowd than we have in Utah here tonight.
So on the floor for Chicago to start the second quarter. Pippen is out there with Rodman. Then there's Longley. Then it's Kerr. And it's Jordan in a shooting guard. And he gets the bucket. Jordan's got 17 now. You're right about these fans. The Jazz crowd is sensing what an opportunity this could be.
Kevin, they sure are. It's an intense place to play. There's no denying that. And with a chance to take a 3-2 lead in the series, these fans have it turned up full throat.
Yeah, top volume. They are loud.
Yep.
Hey, Clark, the Bulls doing a good job on Stockton so far.
Well, they know in order to muck up the Utah offense, you've got to start with the head of the snake, John Stockton. Get him out of rhythm. They learned that the hard way in games 3 and 4. They're determined not to let him beat them again.
Yep, they're stifling him. Hornacek, he's checked in for Anderson. Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for them.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Some nights, nothing goes your way. They're trying to compete, but they've been outclassed.
Foster's checked in for Ostertag. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Got that one up quick. Jordan's got 7 now in this quarter.
Overcoming the flu to put in work in this one. Michael Jordan, not only is he relentless, he is resilient as well. But can he maintain it?
You know, Mike, it's amazing to see the performance Jordan is putting on here. Clearly not at full strength, but still getting it done.
That's the kind of competitor he is. Remember, this is the NBA Finals. If MJ had to play on a broken leg, he'd probably still be out there.
You're probably right. The Jazz with another miss. Here's Chicago. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And Utah has possession. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Stockton outside. Malone, a screen on Kerr. Stockton the pass to Malone. And stolen by Longley. And Mike in the battle between Michael Jordan and Karl Malone, two of the greats ever. Jordan has dominated so far.
Each team leans on those guys for the bulk of their scoring. And tonight, Jordan's taking the mailman to school.
No way can you overstate how important this game is. I mean, the Bulls have only trailed in the finals once.
You know, I feel fortunate to have been
A sold-out Game 5 of the NBA Finals set to get underway in front of a raucous Jazz crowd here in Salt Lake City, Utah. With former player Clark Kellogg, Coach Mike Fratello, and reporter David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan, Coach. Utah with the chance to take a 3-2 lead in this series.
And the Bulls do not want to go back to Chicago having to win both games. They need Michael Jordan at his best. He's hoping to rebound from what was a subpar performance by his standards in Game 4.
And that might be tough. We're getting a report, Clark, that Jordan is battling a severe illness tonight. We didn't know about it until right now.
Certainly not something the Bulls wanted to hear or see. As dominant as John Stockton has been in the past 2 ball games, Chicago's stars need to match his play. If MJ is less than 100%, a lot of that load then falls on Scottie Pippen.
You're right, he's going to have to step up. So taking the floor for the Bulls, it'll be Ron Harper and Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman man the forward spots. And at center, Luke Longley. Jazz, John Stockton will be at the point with Jeff Hornacek at the 2. We have Brian Russell, Karl Malone in the center, Greg Ostertag.
And guys, I think it's already safe to say Jordan does not have his usual energy tonight.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stockton. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. It's a 5-point game, and the shot goes in. Clark, with Michael Jordan clearly not feeling well, you have to wonder how many minutes he'll be able to play in this one.
And Kevin, you know, with Michael Jordan, he never wants to come out of the game ultra competitive, and yet Phil Jackson may be in a position where he has to make a tough decision. I mean, that's part of what a coach has to do. Sometimes you have to rescue a player from himself.
But Jordan never wants to come out, does he?
No, he wants to go the full 48 minutes.
And of course, Coach, all eyes on Michael Jordan as we try to get a sense of how his illness is affecting him.
Shouldn't take long to find out, Kev. Once he gets a few minutes under his belt, we'll see if he has the energy to keep going.
Yes, sir. Now, here's Malone. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Hornacek from long range. They get the rebound. There's the pass to Stockton. Hornacek outside. Pass to Malone. To halt the run, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And Clark, after a few quiet games to start the series, John Stockton's been sensational. since the series has come back to Salt Lake.
I think you got to attribute some of that to playing at home, good home cooking. You know, we always talk about John Stockton's assist, but in these finals, his defense has been as good as his passing.
It has. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. He had a nice open look right there. Harper's got his second bucket of the night.
Jumping all over them right from the tip-off. They now have a double-digit advantage.
They look like the more confident team so far. This is why they've grabbed such a substantial lead so fast.
And the Bulls have to overcome Jordan's illness. For more on that, let's now go to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. With Michael Jordan struggling, the Bulls training staff is doing all it can to keep him hydrated. They've given him plenty of fluids and are considering an IV. It means the Bulls will need guys like Pippen, Rodman, and Harper to step up, especially on defense, because they're facing a red-hot Jazz team. John Stockton has been dominant since this series came to Utah. Guys?
He has been. David, thank you. When they're ready with an IV, you know Jordan's condition, Mike, has got to be serious.
For sure. You have to wonder how long MJ will last tonight. I'm not sure how many minutes he'll have in him.
But they're going to need him. And coach, for Scottie Pippen, the effects of his foot injury, you can see, are still lingering.
Yeah, he hasn't been as explosive as we're used to. He's been in more of a post-up role for them in the past few games.
Jordan pushed off. Yay. BRB. Yo. Bro has sliders on. Jordan pushed off. Yay. BRB. Yo.
Stockton finds Russell. Hornacek for three. Utah the rebound. Malone. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
And I would think the end of Game 4 still has to be kind of floating around in the heads of the Bulls players. They were up 4 with a minute and a half left. Up 4, 90 seconds to go, and could not close the deal.
Yeah, Utah scored the last 9 points in the game. You know Michael Jordan and company doesn't want to let that happen again.
I can't see it happening again either, Coach.
And Utah has possession. The Bulls knocking down the three. Malone, good.
Boy, Malone has a deadly jump shot, especially from the mid-range. Doesn't get any better watching him knock that down.
Jordan shrugging off the flu to open up the game with 3 consecutive hits.
From the tip, this team has flexed its muscles and shown its dominance.
What a start, particularly on the offensive end.
And it's Malone missing. The Bulls leading by 15. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan slamming it down.
How many other guys can do that? Michael Jordan, everybody, you can't top his showmanship.
35 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And one thing the Bulls need to do tonight is a better job at the free throw line. They only got to the line 12 times in Game 4, and they missed 7 of those 12 shots.
And you know, Coach, that was a huge difference in the ball game. A close game like that, missing that many free throws, that's a problem. The Jazz did play aggressive D, but they didn't really pay for that aggressive defense. I expect we'll see more of the same tonight.
Hornacek outside. Launches it. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen.
The Bulls.
And we're back for the start of the second quarter. It's Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Bulls star Michael Jordan still in distress with flu-like symptoms. Hey, Clark, the Bulls doing a good job on Stockton so far.
Well, they know in order to muck up the Utah offense, you've got to start with the head of the snake, John Stockton. Get him out of rhythm. They learned that the hard way in Games 3 and 4. They're determined not to let him beat them again.
Yeah, they're stifling him. John Stockton out there with Anderson. That's Brian Russell, and there's Malone. And it's Ostertag in at center, locking down the middle. That's the group right now for Utah. Here is Stockton, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Down he goes. Nice one there from Ostertag. Ostertag's got 7 points.
Yeah, you know, some might say Stockton is the high water mark for dime droppers. His distribution really on a whole nother level. Great assist guy. Overcoming the flu to put in work in this one. Michael Jordan, not only is he relentless, he is resilient as well. But can he maintain it?
You know, Mike, it's amazing to see the performance Jordan is putting on here. Clearly not at full strength, but still getting it done.
That's the kind of competitor he is. Remember, this is the NBA Finals. If MJ had a play on a broken leg, he'd probably still be out there.
You're probably right. Here's Anderson after the made shot from Michael Jordan. Stockton outside. Malone, a screen on Kerr. Anderson wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. The Bulls leading by 23. And 3 from Jordan. Jordan refusing to make his team carry the load, finding another basket.
He is certainly a dominant player. Michael Jordan, when he's in the zone, unstoppable.
And I'll say, I don't think you could get a louder crowd than we have in Utah here tonight.
Passes to Malone. Back to Anderson to end the run. Tries again. Ostertag gets the bucket. He's got 9.
Boy, that's simply a big guy doing what big guys do at 7'2". Ostertag, very effective at earning second chance looks.
You're right about these fans. The Jazz crowd is sensing what an opportunity this could be.
Kevin, they sure are. It's an intense place to play. There's no denying that. And with a chance to take a 3-2 lead in the series, these fans have it turned on full throat.
Top volume. They are wild.
Yep.
Isley's checked in for Stockton. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And Mike in the battle between Michael Jordan and Karl Malone, 2 of the greats ever. Jordan has dominated so far.
Each team leans on those guys for the bulk of their scoring. And tonight, Jordan's taking the mailman to school.
No way can you overstate how important this game is. I mean, the Bulls have only trailed in the finals once throughout the Jordan era.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Jordan's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Bulls. Pass to Anderson. 1:49 left to play here in the half. Malone wide open. The Jazz with another miss. And Mike, if the Jazz pull this game out, the Bulls will be under pressure they're not used to.
True, but this is a tough team to rattle. Even if they do go down 3-2, I don't think they'll be easy to put away.
I would agree with you. So it's the Jazz now, following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. They need this. Anderson's shot is off.
They desperately need something to fall.
Well, they're on the wrong side of a big run. Never a good feeling.
1:11 left now here in the second. Now here's Jordan. 30 points in the game. And the Bulls, another three.
And it's hard to imagine a player performing as well as Jordan under such tough circumstances.
To the paint. A nice shot by Anderson. Anderson's got his first points of the night.
The lead pass, executing one, takes a high basketball IQ.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Foster's checked in for the Jazz. Hornacek comes in for Anderson. Then for the Bulls. Longley's checked in for Brown. Rodman comes in for Harper. And Scottie Pippen is subbed in for Bushler. Down low, here's Hornacek. Rodman with the block.
You might want to try anyone else. Rodman is a top-notch defender.
Wasted no time on that one. Jordan's got 36.
Usually, you'd want to take the fast break all the way, but he was confident in his abilities, and he drains it from three-point land in transition.
Now, here is Russell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. .27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Isley. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Kerr. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Jordan with it. And with that, Jordan matches his 38 points in game 2. What a performance.
And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense. They're getting it done in both ends.
Yeah, their defense has been stellar as well. Great work on both ends.
And so it's Chicago, sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. We're ready for the second half here in Game 5 of the NBA Finals.
How about this Utah crowd? They get extremely loud. Remember back in Game 4, Phil Jackson had to wear earplugs.
Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Jordan. Rodman is out there with Longley. Then it's Kerr, and it's Pippen in at the 3. And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
And Mike, talking about the atmosphere here right now, it couldn't get any louder.
Well, it's the last game of the year in Salt Lake, and maybe the biggest game in Jazz history. These fans are going to do their part for sure.
Yeah, they're going crazy. And I believe David talked to Jerry Sloan about Jordan's condition. D.A., what'd he say?
Yeah, Kevin, I talked with Coach Sloan as he came out for the third quarter, and he wasn't interested in talking about Jordan's condition at all. He said, I don't care how he's feeling physically. All I know is mentally, he's as intense as I've ever seen him. And he stressed to his players, we have to match Jordan's intensity ourselves if we want to win this game. Guys, back to you.
David, thanks. Mike, sounds like Jordan has the Jazz worried, even in his current physical state.
They should be. Even when Jordan's body is not right, he's never going to lose intensity or his will to win. Jerry Sloan knows that.
He sure does. He's a smart guy.
That's his first personal foul.
On defense, the Bulls' biggest goal tonight, Clark, was keeping Stockton in check. And so far, they've been able to do just that.
Well, it's clear Stockton is the hub of the wheel, Kevin. We all know that. And the Bulls doing a really good job to limit his penetration, clogging up the passing lanes, and really make everything uncomfortable for Stockton.
They are.
It's not that hard to spot an illegal screen.
Most of the time, an easy call for the officials.
Here's Kerr. He's got 6. Another 3 for Chicago.
Kerr, one of the best three-point marksmen in the NBA. His form, release, efficiency, perfect.
Stockton kicks to Hornacek. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Inside. Stockton up top. The shot that time, not on target.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again. And perhaps the coach lit a fire under them at halftime because they have owned this third quarter.
And it's important for them to keep it going. Can't show any signs of slowing down.
Now, here's Stockton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Chicago, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Longley, great positioning on the putback.
Over 7 feet tall, Longley is a load on the glass.
Here's Stockton. They want to break this scoring drought, Mike.
Well, they've had a lid over the basket for a while now.
Indeed. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Bulls. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Gets it to go. That one good from Kerr.
Three-pointers clearly the difference for them here in the second half.
Tough to guard a whole team from beyond the arc. They've got it going.
Hornacek outside. From outside the arc, the Jazz with another miss.
Tried to answer right back with a three of his own, but not that time.
Jordan is double over Hornacek. Another one falls for Chicago. And I think the question marks about Michael Jordan's health, Coach, have been answered by now.
From everything we're hearing, what he's doing is amazing. This is a guy who might need an IV. And still, he's out there tearing the Jazz up.
Unbelievable. Knocked away. Stolen by Stockton. We thought this game could come down to who does more, Coach, Jordan or Malone.
And it's been a one-sided fight. Jordan's been the bigger presence by far. MJ may be sick, but he isn't going to let that stop him.
Boy, Pippen gets the bucket and is going to shoot the and one. Excellent concentration there.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Foster's checked in for Ostertag. Carr comes in for Karl Malone. Morris is checked in for Brian Russell. And it's Anderson in for Jeff Hornacek. And it's Foster missing. Now the Bulls with it. It's a 21-2 run. Totally rolling here.
The quickness of Jordan. He's got a tremendous first step.
Utah with the ball. Stockton kicks to Morris. Out to the right wing. Anderson passes to Carr. Nice ball movement by Utah. Stockton with no one around him. The Jazz with another miss. Jordan with it. Guarded now by Morris. The shot's good from Jordan.
Boy, really good vision, very unselfish. That's why you run offense through Scottie Pippen.
And the pass to Foster. Lots of room. The Jazz again can't hit it. Here's Jordan. That one good for two. Jordan's got 48.
Really strong to the bucket there. They're draped all over him, and he still gets it done.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
That's a little bit of icing on the cake right there. Putting on a show while they enjoy a big second half lead. Fantastic anticipation with that feed.
Here's Kerr. 12 points for him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
A one-of-a-kind guy. Dennis Rodman doesn't care about scoring. The Worm just wants to board. Play D. Win titles.
And both free throws good for Rodman. There's 18 seconds left here in the third quarter. The leaner, Chicago, grabs the miss. Longley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. High post, Jordan. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Punctuated by the big trifecta.
And so it's Chicago with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back to the fourth quarter of this pivotal Game 5. With Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Michael Jordan still toughing it out despite his illness.
And with all of the attention Rodman's been getting from these Utah fans, it's only revved him up more.
So with Malone on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Jerry Sloan. Antoine Carr out there with Keith. Then it's Isley. Then there's Anderson. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's Isley. Morris outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And when it comes to Dennis Rodman, Mike, he seems to feed off the emotion inside the gym.
That's how some guys like it. As physical as Rodman plays, that adrenaline can be a big help. Not everybody wants to be the good guy.
Especially him.
Check Michael, let's go.
Jordan down low. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
What concentration from Jordan. Not allowing the defense to affect this shot, even with contact. And a great bounce-back game for Jordan after a shaky performance in Game 4.
And here are the Bulls now. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Bucket is good.
And their offense so much more efficient here in the second half. I like what I see.
Yeah, things really tilting their way. They've got all the momentum.
And it goes down 2 points. Jordan's got 56 points in the game.
What a power surge by these guys. They can't miss.
Literally, what a stretch.
Can they get it? The shot by Isley, no good. And it's stunning, Clark, to think that Jordan could have this kind of game in his condition.
You know, he's shown us in the past how he can rise to any occasion.
That's his first personal
But he
foul.
missed 16 shots in game 4. To see him tough it out and actually raise his game, remarkable.
It is remarkable in every way. Here's Isley. Pass to Anderson. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. A shot by Isley, no good. Now the Bulls with it. Here's Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
He plays with such an edge. His style is tenacious.
Mike, nothing is working for him right now.
Nope. Some points would really help them.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Uncovered. Rodman grabs the miss. Rodman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Took him no time at all on that one.
Catching the defense off guard that time with the pull-up. Jordan too good off the dribble.
Coach, they're ice cold on the offensive end.
Well, something has to change.
Deep 2 from Anderson. And the shot is long.
An extra pass there would have put them in a much better spot.
Absolutely not the best decision.
Jordan. And he drops it in from the low post.
Jordan's got a lot of flash to his game. A terrific guard, loves getting tricky with his ball handling and creating shots for himself.
Pass to Isley. Out to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. Longley grabs the miss.
That's what they wanted there on offense. He missed that one, but coach has to love the look they got.
And finished off by Longley.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Isley the pass to Anderson. In the corner, it's Morris. From outside, off the mark. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Isley the pass to Carr. Here's Anderson. No good again that time. Anderson's gone just 2 for 8 from the field. Right there at 25%. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
For a center, always a great foul shooter.
The Jazz making a switch here. Foster's checked in. Both free throws good from Longley. And the Jazz with possession here. Jordan with the steal. And Jordan throws it down.
Well, Jordan is something to watch slamming home the ball, man. This guy is really strong and does it with force.
Isley the pass to Keefe. The Jazz working the ball around now. The Jazz with another miss.
Well, that's another low percentage shot. He's been settling throughout this game for those kinds of shots.
And Pippen slams it in.
They've turned it up a notch here during this home stretch.
Yeah, saving their best basketball for when it mattered the most. That's how you secure a win.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Tell you what, Jordan's such a strong defender. Outstanding at reading the opposition and pouncing on those steals.
Isley the pass to Anderson. Three-pointer. The shot by Isley, no good. And here are the Bulls now. From deep, Jordan. Another 3 for Chicago.
Accurate from deep. Jordan's a guy you have to track beyond the arc.
And Mike, they've been careless with the ball tonight. That's hurt them.
Lack of focus, lack of discipline. They're better than this.
good.
Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
And the defense continues to not be up to the challenge.
And now, Mike, the Bulls.
We can't wait to see you all again.
Till then,